Domestic violence is a hard subject to talk about. How do you even start a conversation about one person brutalizing someone they claim to love? It's unpleasant, appalling, offensive, shocking. But mostly, we think it's just someone else's problem, not ours.
In 2014, Women's Resource Center started a project intended to bring domestic violence into public view, to make domestic violence starkly visible, to spark conversations, to inspire empathy, to encourage action and awareness. Each October, we ask friends and supporters to wear a made-up black eye, take a photo or video, and share these images on social media. But sharing these visceral images is only the first step. We ask our participants to share the feelings and thoughts invoked by seeing themselves portrayed as a victim of domestic violence. How does it feel to see yourself in this way? How do others react when they see you? Do others even ask if you are all right or need help?
I felt really invisible. I felt like people were looking through me, possibly looking at me, but not wanting to get involved. I did not understand how someone that looked like they were in my condition, that appeared to be hurt, that nobody would reach out to them, that nobody would say anything to them, would say, "Are you okay? Do you need help?"
I grew up in a domestic violence household. I knew what I did not want to go through. I knew if I had kids, I didn't want to put them through that.
I stayed longer than I should have, but there was no women's resource. There was nothing. I just happened to have had a supportive family that helped me. And when I realized how it was affecting my children, and the fact that I may not be around to watch them grow up, I decided it was time to leave.
I would say now that it's affected me personally, because I want to teach my daughter that that's not okay. I want to teach her that she has to be strong, and to teach her that no one should ever lay a hand on her, and that if they do, that it's okay to talk to somebody about it and not to be ashamed.
How did it make you feel to see your mom with the black eye?
It made me feel hurt. It made me want to help her, and I felt I just wanted to help her, and it made me really sad, and it hurt me in a way I've never felt, to see her and having to, maybe I thought that I would have to watch her be hurt in that kind of way.
I hope this increases awareness on a grander scale. I hope it brings domestic violence out from underneath the rug and into the main topic of conversation, because it has to happen, not only for women now, but for children like I was that may eventually deal with something like this someday.
If anything, I would hope that it lessens the stigma. I hope that it raises awareness. I hope it makes people realize that the people who suffer abuse aren't different from them. They aren't separate from them, but it could be anybody, and that we should be ready to not condemn, but to welcome those who have suffered, and to help them see that they are not deserving of what's happened to them.
Nothing in the world you could have done made anyone do this to you. How, in the name of everything that's holy, can this person say that they love you and hurt you so terribly?
When they see it, they confront it and make people know that it's not acceptable. And that's what's got to change.
You don't have to have a black eye to be a victim. You could be married to someone who controls your every move. You can be married to someone who says horrible things to you, and you are a victim. You can be married to someone who makes you feel horrible about yourself and who has broken your spirit, and you are a victim. It can stop. It can stop.
It's just a depiction of just a small piece of what domestic violence is, what violence against women is. I think the message that we need to get out to people is there's help. You don't have to go through this alone. This does not have to be you. There's help out there. All you've got to do is call us for help. Because victims can become survivors. We see it every day.
It's not only women, it's men. It's still, I mean, it's all senseless no matter who it happens to.
Being a victim, you feel like you're the only one that's ever had to go through this, but you're not. And there's people out there that want to help. Us as a society, we've come to a point where we just want to just turn a blind eye. We don't want to say anything because we don't want to start any trouble. Hey, somebody's got to stand up and say something.
Oh, wow. 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 That's sad. That's really sad. It's very sad. I don't have any words. I'm sorry. It's just sad.
We want to raise awareness of all the many forms domestic violence takes. Physical, emotional, verbal, sexual, and financial. And we want to show support for victims and survivors of abuse. We ask that you join us throughout Domestic Violence Awareness Month because her black eye is our black eye.